Alright guys, so we're going to start with problems number 1 and 2. They go together. Just a reminder, this is a way to solve the problem. It is not the only way to solve the problem. Also during this you can pause, rewind, fast forward as needed. Alright, one thing that a lot of people missed, and this is what I found out from some tutoring sessions after school, is that this part right here was not read. Use the table to answer questions 1 and 2. Okay, so for both question 1 and 2 you use this table. Ashley's grandfather encourages her to save her nickels. He matches the nickels she saves with the number of dimes. So we have a table, we have the nickels on the left, dimes on the right. Which ratio best describes the multiplicative relationship of dimes to nickels? Okay, so it's dimes to nickels. Now you can choose any of these, but the most important thing is if you look at this table, nickels are first, dimes are second. So any of these that I pick, if I pick this first one, it would be 15 dimes to 10 nickels, which simplifies by taking 5 out of both, 3 over 2. So the only correct answer is D. If you chose A, you chose the distractor factor, because this is nickels to dimes, while the question asks for dimes to nickels. The same thing if you chose 36 to 24. You could take 6 out of both of them. You could actually take 12 out of both of them. 12 goes in here 3, 12 goes in here twice. You can take 20 out of both of them. 12 goes in here 3, 20 goes in here twice. So it was really on the reading for number 1. On number 2, you're using the same table. If Ashley receives 150 dimes from her grandfather, how many nickels? Okay, so the question is asking about nickels. You have a couple options. You can use any of this from the table. I chose to use the ratio I had in problem number 1. So if I do dimes to nickels, dimes to nickels, and I set up my proportion, my 2 equal ratios. Well, in the question it tells me 150 dimes, but I don't know how many nickels. And I can use either anything from this table, or I can use my ratio of 3 to 2. So I can ask myself, alright, how do I get from 3 to 150? Well, if you don't know how you get there, you can say 150 divided by 3, bring down the 0, it goes in there, 0, so times 50. 3 times 50 gives me 150. I do on the top, I do on the bottom, times 50. 2 times 50 is 100. The correct answer is G. A couple of people chose 5. That was your factor. That was not your answer. Remember, you could have used any number in the table for these, but you were supposed to use the table for questions 1 and 2.